Hello everyone, welcome to your Tutors AM. And in this video, I'm going to be basically looking at some integrals or integration antiderivatives, whatever you would like to call it. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the previous video on antiderivatives, I suggest you go check it out because what we're going to be looking at in this video might confuse you if you have no idea of antiderivatives and how to sort them out. This you might find this video quite challenging to follow, but if you feel you have got the mental capacity for it, let's go ahead and get started. So let's say we have been given some. I decided to do this because I found some pretty interesting questions on integrals that looked not challenging, but it just looked a bit long. So let's see where we can go with such. So let's say we have been given to find the integral of such, and then this, oh, my brackets, sorry for that. Let's say we have been given x squared minus 4x plus 5, yeah, that's right, plus 5. And then remember that this is all dx. So now that we have got such an expression, let's go ahead and find the integrals. So remember, if we're given x, for like this, we're simply going to say x, and then notice here on top, for every time I've got a power, I'm going to switch to let me just use light blue, and let me say this is going to be 2 plus 1, so this is just going to be 2 plus 1 over the same 2 plus 1 in form of the denominator minus my 4x, and then my 4x is to the power 1, so it's going to be 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. I hope you're catching the drift. And then this is plus, and this is plus 5. And then remember what I said. I said 5 is equal to 5x to the power 0. Because 5x to the power 0, this is just 1. And 1 times 5 is 5. So you have to understand such principles of mathematics. Such principles of mathematics need to be understood. So this is x to the power 0, and then we're simply going to say plus 1, because that's what we do with integrals. And then this is just 0 plus 1. So now let's go ahead and untangle all this. So this will become x to the power 3 over, that is 3, minus, this is 4x squared over 2, which is 2x squared, and then this is 5, and then this is 0 plus 1, so that is just 5x plus 5x. And then always remember this: every time you have integration, do not forget the integration constant. This was a concept that always eludes me, because I always used to forget the integration constant, and then that might be costly. Let's say you're writing an exam and then you forget the integration constant, the c, that might cost you. So like with this problem we have integrated that to find that value. So let's go ahead and try out another question and see what we obtain. Let me just go ahead and erase this. This is fine. Yeah, so let's say we have been given this time, let's say we have been given something. Where is my example? Let's say we have been given fractions. I always want to make sure that every video I make, I at least talk about some concepts that are really helpful. So let's say this is 1 over x, and this is x to the power 4. dx. So for such a problem, by the way, this isn't complicated. That's one thing that you have to understand, is that this isn't complicated. So let's say I were given such a problem like this. Where would you even start? Well, others would go ahead and add one. Ah, okay, let's just see where this takes us. It's kind of fascinating. So remember what we said. Let, let me just write this in simplest forms. So if I want to write this in a simpler manner, I can simply say this is x to the power 1 over 4 minus, and then once I have this, what is x to the power negative 4? Remember, if this, you wanted to make this positive, you're obviously going to say 1 over x to the power 4. So this is equal, so 1 over 4, that is basically that. That's what I'm simply trying to express. Sometimes I'm short for words to express myself, but yeah. So I can simply plug in that right here. Let me just go ahead and remove that. So that is x to the power negative 4. So I can simply get back and say x to the power negative 4. X to the power negative 4. Now that I have such a thing, let me go ahead and add my 1. So this is going to be x 1 over 4 plus 1. This time I'm not using another color. I'm just going to stick to white. So this will be 1 over 4 plus 1 minus x to the power negative 4 plus 1 over, this will be negative 4 plus 1. Let's go ahead and evaluate that. So I think I can say here 1 over 4 plus 1. Sorry, I have forgotten my fractions. So this will be over 4, 4 into 4, 1 times. So that is 1, and then that's 4, so that is 5 over 4. Yeah, straight away. So this will be 5 over 4. So that we have found that that will be our 5 over 4. We can simply go ahead and say this will be x to the power 5 over 4. So that will be over 5 over 4 again, 5 over 4 minus, so that will be x to the power negative 3 once we subtract over negative 3. Now that we have reached such a stage, let me just go ahead and clear that. Let me make some room for myself. I'm not feeling too comfortable, so let me leave some room. So we were right here. So let's express that. So we have got x, notice that we have got x to the power 5 over 4 being divided by 5 over 4, and then we have got minus, and then here we've got x to the power negative 3 over minus 3. So this is a part that we just have to basically work out. So notice that when you have got divisions, that turns into multiplication. So now you have 4, and then now you would have times 4 over 5, and then this expression, oh sorry, and then this expression, I'll plug it in at the end. Let me just show that. So now this will be equal to 4 over 5 x to the power 5 over 4. So now this is my expression for here. So let me just go ahead and clear this. Oh sorry, got something else. So let me just go ahead and clear all this. and say okay. So I found four. So that was 4. So that was 4 over 5 x to the power 5 over 4 minus x to the power negative 3 over negative 3. So this is basically our answer after integrating that right there. So if you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Probably the next part of calculus is finding the limits of integers. So if you're not really sure on how to find the limits of integers, you can go ahead and check out that video. I'm not sure if by the time I'll be uploading this video, then that video will be already online, but hopefully it will be there. So yeah, please subscribe to the channel, share with friends, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.